So Ford have updated the new 2024 Ford Puma ST and the Ford Puma, and I'm going to go through what it's like in terms of actually like ordering the car from the Ford UK website and just go through that. I have had a good check and I can't see any of the kind of new facelift sort of models shown on the site, so it is confusing me. So please let me know in the comments if you can, just about that. But this video should help you out if you're trying to order one today, and potentially if it's worth even holding off to see if this model is available and checking with your dealer. But let's get straight into this and let's go through everything about the new Ford Puma ST. And as my channel is a community channel, please get involved in the comments, and yeah, I'd be happy to help you guys out. I have driven this car, I have driven the 1.5 as well, so yeah, and I've got videos on that on my channel if you want to check that out too. Let's start from the top. So this is Ford's first electrified ST. That's because it's got the 1 litre power shift, so it's an automatic only, a hybrid element to it. And that hybrid element gives it a little bit of extra power. It brings it up to about 170 PS. Now they did have a 1.5 litre engine with a 200 PS. And they're still sort of mentioning that on the actual Ford like official UK website here. And yeah, a little bit confusing in terms of like what direction they're going with. The main one is going to be on this hybrid powertrain now. That's where they're sort of pushing it to. The 1 litre mild hybrid, automatic power shift, 170 PS, 248 newton meters of torque, 0 to 67.4 seconds. And there you go. And here are some of the sort of cool pictures of like the Puma ST as well. And the new sort of design looks for 2024 as well, which is coming out, which, yeah, sounds exciting. But shall we get on to the actual build and price before we sort of check through a little bit of the used car market as well? And we'll go straight to the ST. So it starts from £31,770. So I mean, that's expensive. I mean, it feels expensive to me. It really does. You know, I'll just be completely honest with you. And you have the two models to go through. Now, according to this website, you can still order the 1.5 as well as the 1 litre. But from what I've heard in the news and from automotive news, is that they're ditching the 1.5. And that's the 6-speed manual only. You can't get that in auto. You can't get that mild hybrid sort of system as well. And you can see the difference in power as well. 147 kilowatts, 200 PS for the 1.5, 125 kilowatts, 170 PS for the 1 litre, 248 newton meters of torque to 320, and then 0 to 60 down as well, 6.7 here and 7.4 here, but it doesn't have that sort of hybrid system. Now, if we check on sort of like the used market just briefly, sort of like the 1 litre here, you can see starting from about £26,000. This is an 8,000 mile car. The 1.5, a 2021 car, with a high miles, around 17 towards £18,000 there for a 1.5. So yeah, a fair bit off. And you also got a special limited gold edition. I believe they made about 900 of these. There's 3 up for sale, and they're from around sort of like £22,000 to £25,000. The gold edition just has a few gold details essentially, and a few limited numbers. But yeah, let's just say for now, let's go for the 1 litre, because that's the future, isn't it? That's what everyone's sort of saying. And let's see how much this is going to come to. So straight away, it starts at £31,760. So let's say you're speccing it in a spec of, let's say, I mean, these cars are in white, but let's say this blue one is quite nice, isn't it? That's the one that I drove as well, and yeah, I found it quite cool car to look at. So that, I mean, you can get the Desert Island blue, and you can get the Azura blue. Now the Azura blue is nicer. Having driven that, I think it's very nice. That's what I would go through. It will cost you an extra £525. So that's essentially what you want on that side. If you then want to change the interior, well, you can't really. It's just pretty much as is, one spec, which does make things a little bit easier. What could you then want? Contrasted painted black roof, painted door. I mean, it says it's 0, so I mean, I would probably say yes to that. Driver assistance pack, ACC not available on Puma ST. Okay, but I guess you get some of the other assistance with that. Not too sure. The pan roof, I'm not 100% too sure on that, because I like the fact that with a Puma, it's like a little mini crossover ST. You can obviously stick like a roof rack on it and things, but then I have driven it with a pan roof before. Tricky one, £1,000 for the pan roof. £650 for the driver assistance pack. So that's what is going to add on for that. Hands-free powered tailgate, I think that's pretty useful. Actual tow bar, carry e-bikes, it's sort of saying. Luggage compartment mat, not 100% sure, but not too many options to really go for. But if we just go for the summary on this one, and the car is at £32,685, obviously Ford are going to offer you some sort of, well, interesting APR rates, potentially even 0%. You know, you never know. See what they say here on the Ford options plan. If you didn't put down a deposit, what they're going to do for you. At the moment, they are doing it. The APR is 3.9%, so that's quite low. So total amount payable is 35,000. Again, speak to your dealer. You could probably get something better than that. Just to give you a clue, though, £32,600. Let's just say you bought this outright. If you did it on finance, you've got 35,000. If you wanted to just get this one, I mean, 27,500 for a 352-mile car. I'd be looking at this one. That just seems like a no-brainer to me. This is from a Ford dealer too. That's where I'm a big fan of a car that's done a few miles on it. I mean, this has barely done any miles on it as well. If we step back into and actually order the 1.5, just to give you an idea of this on the Ford's website, let's say we try to mirror one here. So, you know, that green was pretty cool, wasn't it? I don't know if they still sell that. So they don't sell that green, which is a real shame because it looks pretty stunning. But let's find another colour. It's obviously quite popular. You get it in white as well. Grey. Oh, the green was popular, wasn't it? Wow, really popular. I do like the red. Hang on. Let's go for Fantastic Red for this one because it looks cool. And I love it with the black contrasting roof actually on that as well. So go for the interior. Interior, you don't have to change it at all. Oh, straight away, something a little bit different. So let's go for the contrasted painted black roof. And then you've got the ST Performance Pack, and that's interesting because you get the mechanical limited slip diff, the launch control, the performance shift light, and the shift indicator. Now, the slippy diff is really good at the front end. It's not applicable with the 170 PS power shift, which is a bit of a shame. £950, I'd say it's a goer. I think that's a good sort of move. Pan roof, I'm always not too sure. I like the tailgate. I think that's always quite handy. But again, this is all up to everyone else's preference. That's just kind of what I'm kind of speccing it to at the moment, just to give you an idea. And yeah, once again, £34,000. So it's a little bit more than speccing the 1 litre. And if you were to do some sort of Ford optionsy plan, I'm guessing it's going to be sort of like, 37,000, 3.9%. So it's a lot of money, but there's your car quoted. So if you went onto Auto Trader and you wanted a red car, let's see if we can find a red one. I appreciate the colours are slightly different now, but you got under sort of £20,000 for a 1.5, 22 plate, 16,000 miles. Yeah, I mean, okay, here's the first kind of red one. I appreciate might not be the exact same red, but yeah, I mean, that is a fair chunk off. I wouldn't recommend Arnold Clark, but I'd look for sort of like a decent dealer, hopefully a Ford dealer like this one here. That looks like quite a good car, 13,000 miles, £20,500. It's come down a bit. Ford and Canterbury. That's what I would be looking at. Look at the price difference. Just look at the price difference. It's incredible. And that is essentially what it's like in terms of ordering this, in terms of the spec. I think it's really interesting that you can get obviously the performance pack and the 1.5. The fact that you can actually still order the 1.5, I'm sure they were sort of getting rid of it, but perhaps I'm wrong. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about the 1 litre to the 1.5. Let me know what you think about the Puma in general, where it's kind of heading potentially with the mild hybrid and the petrol engine. And this is a community channel, so please do get involved in the comments and like, share, subscribe for plenty more content to come.